Thomas here with Much Props, going to give you another how-to video. Today's build has been on my mind for quite a while. It is a topic that a lot of people probably think about in the back of their mind and just don't say it out loud. I'm getting older, and at some point I'm going to have to quit. Now, when I think professionally, I'm a teacher, and my relevance as a teacher is dependent on the connection I make with my students. I realize as I get older that connection will be harder to make, so at some point I have to retire. Same can be said for this extra thing that I do here on YouTube. At some point I'm going to become irrelevant and my videos aren't going to really help anybody. I've made almost 600 I think at this point, and the video count just keeps dropping and dropping. I've never gone viral with anything. My channel's never seen a drastic boost in terms of subs or views or any of those things, and in the back of my mind, when do I quit? So if you're feeling anxious at this point, I understand, and you understand the frustration. I'm not quitting YouTube. It's something that I enjoy doing. I enjoy making, I enjoy editing, I enjoy photo editing, I enjoy most of the aspects of it. The only part that I don't like is the analytics, the algorithm, the things that I don't have any control over, and it seems like even the people watching videos don't have control over. So I'm going to stop worrying about it. I'm going to quit stressing about those things. Or at least try. I know my mind's gonna not let me do that. So today I don't have like a set thing in mind as to what I want to build. I know I wanna make it more about an idea than about an item. So it's gonna be a little bit different. Maybe diorama or something purposeful that I can use, that I can draw inspiration from, that I can have sitting on a shelf to tell me, Thomas, just shut your brain up and just do you. So that's what this build is going to be about. If you still want to watch, let's get to building. My thought for this video is less of me talking about what you are seeing me do and more about me getting some things off my chest. I'll pepper in what I'm doing, but for the most part, I'm going to be talking about quitting. The first few clips are just of me building a box that the diorama will sit on. If you don't have a laser cutter, you could do this by hand or just go buy the appropriate size box at a store. I'm using a Glowforge to cut out a 1/8 inch plywood using a free online website called MakerCase. You type in the dimensions and it calculates the finger joint spacing and all that math stuff that nobody seems to ever be great at. Now I'm gluing the panels with wood glue and holding it together with painter's tape while it dries. Let's start here. It's okay to quit when what you're doing is killing your soul. If you're stuck in a job, a project, a relationship, or even a mindset that's draining the life out of you like a leaky faucet, pull the plug. You don't have to set yourself on fire to keep others warm. If the goal you're chasing doesn't feel like yours anymore, or if it was never yours to begin with, that's not quitting. That's course correction. That's wisdom. problem. And look, I once quit a workout 8 minutes in because I thought I heard a raccoon in the attic. That's survival, not weakness. In order for the lid to easily lift on and off, I am gluing a lip to the inside of the box with wood glue and super glue. There's a flip side to when you shouldn't quit. The projects, dreams, or passions you start that get hard, so you think about walking away. That's when quitting becomes a lie your fear whispers in your ear. The moment you're about to quit is usually the moment right before the miracle. Or as Dory says, just keep swimming. Your brain will tell you you're not good enough, nobody cares, it's already been done. You know what I say to that voice? Thanks for your opinion. Now please sit down and let the grown-ups work. With the base of the box done, now I'm going to add 10mm foam to the top of the diorama to sit on. Now let's talk about the external voices, the critics, the doubters, the people who only show up when you fall. Misery loves company and often brings snacks. Cut them out. Not everyone deserves front row seats to your life. If someone's only contribution to your story is doubt, hand them an exit ticket. And those thoughts in your own head, the ones telling you that you're not smart enough, talented enough, creative enough, those voices are lying. They lie because they're scared, but your belief in yourself, that's your superpower. And it doesn't have to be loud, it just has to be consistent. In this clip, I'm just adding texture to both sides of the wall, one with a laser cut brick texture and the other with scrap foam to make a cliff face. So here's the truth. It's okay to quit the wrong things, and don't quit the right ones just because they're hard. That idea you have, that art you're scared to share, that business, that build, that book, that dream, keep going. You didn't come this far to only come this far. Success is a staircase, not an elevator, and sometimes the only way out is through. Believe in yourself, block out the noise, do the hard things, and if you need to take a break, that's fine. Rest. Don't quit. Unless you're running from a bear, first stop watching my video, get somewhere safe, then take a break. Two coats of spray paint on the wood and plasti dip on the foam. I left this part in the video to show you that I spent a good half day with a different idea to scratch build robots for the scenes, an idea I might revisit later, but decided to pivot with my time constraints. Let's talk about pivoting. There's this idea that changing your mind means you fail. Wrong. Changing your mind means you got one. Sometimes you start a project and halfway through realize this ain't it. Maybe the idea's outdated, maybe you outgrew it, maybe the market shifted, or maybe it was a great idea, just not the idea. If the horse is dead, dismount. Pivoting isn't quitting, it's rerouting your GPS when the bridge is out. It's saying, okay, this door's closed, where's the window? Unless it's a second story window, then maybe don't take the stairs. After my black base coat, I'm going to add the first layer of mini to the scene with acrylic paints, dry brushing on various colors, adapting the colors as I go. You have to adapt to life and circumstances. You're not a robot. You're not a machine. You are not a hustle meme on Instagram. You are a human with seasons, energy shifts, real life happening. So if your life just got flipped upside down like Fresh Prince's intro, adapt. Don't implode. Sometimes that means slowing down. Sometimes that means letting go of the timelines and learning to dance with the reality instead of fighting it. Blessed are the flexible, for they shall not be bent out of shape. You didn't fail because life demanded a change. You grew when you learned to adjust your sails and not just scream at the wind. Adaptation is not weakness, it's wisdom, wearing sweatpants when the temp drops 20 degrees. Welcome to Texas. Now I'm adding more color variation with washes and pigment dusting. This step adds character to your piece so you don't want to skip the weathering. Not all quitting is bad. In fact, some of it is essential. Quit the comparison game. Quit down scrolling before bedtime. Quit saying yes when you want to say heck no. Old keys don't open new doors. But here's the kicker. Don't just quit. Replace it. Fill the space with something good. Something life-giving. Quit the energy drink overload and pick up water. Quit doubting yourself and pick up doing the work. Quit watching 7 videos on how to start and start. You don't need perfect habits, you just need better ones. Here I'm adding stuff to the 2 scenes to bring them to life, to make them look lived in. I've had people tell me that I make it look easy. Lots of practice. Before you hit the comments and tell me, but I've been trying for years, I see you, I am you. Success isn't always loud. Sometimes it's a slow burn, tiny sparks, daily effort, invisible progress. Overnight success usually takes at least 10 years. And yes, some days will suck. Some projects flop, some people doubt, but if the fire's still in you, don't walk away from it. Because that slow burn, that's the foundation of real growth. That's character, that's resilience, that's the boring part that makes the great parts possible and worth it. Add some extra detail to my other side, I'm going to add some static grass and dirt on the top of my build. I don't know if my applicator is broke or not, but the grass no longer stands up. Maybe I need to get a new one. Quitting has its place, but so does stubbornness, reinvention, and standing over a messy diorama with fake grass on your arms and your static grass applicator suddenly refusing, saying, I'm not done yet. That moment, when you push past doubt and keep building anyways, is what makes you dangerous in the best way, because you're not just making something cool, you're building resilience. So if the paint runs on the terrain, don't quit. Adapt, fix the applicator, shake the thing if you have to, but keep going. You're not done yet, and that's what makes you unstoppable. On my brick wall, I am adding some graffiti, so instead of freehanding it, I'm going to do a quick stencil using tape. This one's for the critics, the trolls, and the just being honest crowd. Don't be somebody else's reason to quit. If somebody's just getting started, maybe their art's a little shaky, their ideas unpolished, their video awkward. Guess what? That's where everyone starts. Be the reason someone keeps going, not the reason they give up. You never know how close someone is to quitting. One snide comment might be all that it takes. So instead of crushing people with the truth, try this revolutionary idea. Encourage them. Tell them what is working. Offer them a hand, not a hammer. And if you've got time to tear people down, maybe it's time to build something of your own and put it out there for the world to critique. Just saying. last minute, I decided to add some quotes to each side of the box for inspiration. And here is my last thoughts for this video. Let's be honest, some of us aren't quitting big dreams. We're just wasting time like it's on sale. We're researching by watching 47 videos on the thing we already know how to do. We're over-planning, understarting. We're procrastinating, but with a really good playlist. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Take the moment and make it perfect, or at least make it productive-ish, because time, that stuff's non-refundable. And all the people you admire, they don't have more hours in their day, they just spend them wiser. So yeah, quit wasting time on excuses, on fear, on people who don't clap when you win or lose. Your time is too valuable to burn on things that don't build you. And we are finished. Here is the end result. It's not anything super detailed. I mean, it is kinda, but it isn't. It's not from anything other than my mind, and it does serve a purpose. It's a box. So I can put things in it if I want. Chances are I'll probably put candy or something in it, because to me, this isn't necessarily a prop, it's an inspiration. It's a thing to look at and my brain to say, quit doubting yourself. Keep going, keep pushing, keep doing what you do, keep enjoying what you do. And if somebody else doesn't like it, or they want to leave a snide comment, or they want to unsubscribe, or whatever people like to do, let them. Don't let it bother you, because that stress is toxic. Maybe you will try and build something like this yourself and impress your friends with your ability to self-analyze, internalize, externalize, and make something into this world that you draw inspiration from. Yeah. Maybe you'll get some.
Yay!
And inevitably, they're going to ask you, how'd you make that? You can give them one of these. Tell them, much props. I think I'm just going to put this right here. Peace out. If you enjoy what I do here on YouTube and you'd like to see more builds like this one, please consider joining these awesome people listed here with me over on my Patreon to build a bigger, better, more creative community together.